There we go. Hey, yeah, we're live. We're gonna wait a few minutes for everybody to get in. Wait for some people to find me. Yeah,
Where's Hannah?
I don't know where Hannah is. She just maybe walked into a room. I don't know where she went. Maybe she's back by the cat. I don't know where she's at. Look around. She's not in here. I'm not her keeper at that age. I don't know where she's at. Maybe she had to step outside for something. Today we're gonna be talking about Malawi a little bit today. Some of the things that happened in Malawi. Definitely a couple little sneaky stories in Malawi that I've just kind of forgotten about. We're going to talk about me giving my Bible to a man named Justin. We're also going to talk about just helping others and some of the different things that went on there. As far as Philippines, we got more videos to post, so that's cool. Sometimes it takes a little while for some people to start finding me. Especially this is Sunday. I don't always do lives, but we're going to do two of them today. One right here this afternoon for an hour, and then we'll do something this evening if I have time. I'm doing pretty good. My cold is getting better. Things are starting to slow down and dry out, so we'll just keep pushing forward and drinking water and pushing it out in vitamins. We're still waiting for some people to come on in. This channel is going to be about helping others, and we're going to be getting on. There's some people starting to catch in. We're going to have all kinds of interesting stuff going on. I've already talked to the pastor. When things start going the other way, it's going to be awesome. And we keep putting videos on every day, keep pushing our watch hours up, and keep doing lives. Sorry I couldn't do a live last night. My voice just not up to it. But I'm feeling better now. And as people come in, we'll get it rocking. Sometimes it takes a little longer, especially on a Sunday. A lot of people are busy with their families here, and USA is kind of asleep, except on the West Coast maybe. So we're going to kind of wait a minute and see people come in. We had a couple people take a peek in, and then they went out. So we got a few stories this afternoon. I have some more worship and praise videos and a preaching video to put on. And I might take a walk later this afternoon, so I got to get one more video that way. Maybe a short. I got quite a few shorts today, but I have two long ones to put on. And I'll be doing those right after the live. I had a bunch of people in Africa connect with me. And right now in Africa, it's early morning, like maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. So I should get some African people in here once they find out I'm on. But yep, sometimes we have to go a while before people start catching in. And that's fine. If it goes too long and nobody comes in, that's fine too. We can, I'll just tell a few stories and we'll go from there. Yes, welcome on in. This channel is going to be helping others. That's one of our missions. Another one is to encourage and inspire people. And of course, we have no problem bringing people to Christ. And of course, we'll pray for people. But the money from this channel is going to be used for feeding people and for feeding kids here and spreading out across the world. Who knows how big this could get, okay? And we're going to have a team that's with me, and we'll also have a team that's online. And we will definitely be looking at opportunities in the future as money starts coming in. As far as subs, we got 100 subs yesterday. So we went up to 433 right now. And so we are going to fly right past 500 in no time here. And so that part will be done. Of course, we got a lot of watch hours to do. So probably what's going to happen is that by the time we get to 3,000 watch hours, we're going to probably end up being way over 1,000 subs, and then we can go from there. My name is David Barton. We're going to do some awesome things with this channel, and God has been pushing it forward, and we've been growing in leaps and bounds. And we've had 2 days now in the last week and a half where we've gotten 100 subs a day. It happened close to 100 back over a week ago, and then we got 100 subs yesterday, or 99. Close enough to 100, so we did really good. So it's a little bit of celebration there. And our next goal is 500, and then we go up from there. And just keep getting people connected in Africa, United States, Europe. We got a little bit of UK, some Ireland, and we're looking forward to more. And then, of course, we're going to connect with Africa. I don't care what country in Africa you're in. I want you to come in here because I love African people. I've been to Africa, and I probably will go back to Africa in a couple of years. So this channel taking off would spur that and would make that happen. Of course, I'd have to get somebody to go with me and different things. So we work on that. But yep, on Sunday afternoon, sometimes it takes off. Sometimes it takes a while to get going. We're going to have stories about Malawi today. And we're going to have a little bit, as far as a topic per se, we're not having a topic. We'll probably go out of the comments. But it's just one of those things where God is really good in my life. And I have a couple little things, little stories on the side that I can tell. We're just waiting for some people to get in here and get a couple comments rocking. Once we do, we'll get moving. I'm just kind of filling the space in until people kind of find me this afternoon, because I don't always do a Sunday afternoon live. But I'm feeling better, and I figured I'd do a live for about an hour at least and see where we can go with that. And then we'll do an hour one tonight, and then we'll get back to doing morning and evening quite a bit next week. We may have a few afternoon ones too, because the afternoon ones, oh my gosh, our afternoon lives during the week have been absolutely on fire. Yesterday, we had 89 subs in the afternoon, and we had 127 likes, and there was so many people that put comments on video. So it was really a very productive afternoon. And the people that connected to me, I resubbed to them. And I was checking all the different things and trying to answer all the comments last night. Gotta think I got most of those. I'll go through my YouTube studio later today and see what we've got. I know a few people have popped in just to look at it. We're waiting for a couple of my regulars. There we go. We got somebody that came in. Hi there, Star Force. That's somebody new, maybe more than likely, but I had so many new people the last couple of days. Welcome back if you have been here before. Otherwise, this channel is going to be for helping others. We do life experience stuff here. We'll do God stuff here. We're also going to be raising money to go feed kids in Philippines and all around the world sooner or later. Yes. Renee, lovely to have you in. Clip It was in here before. Welcome, Star Force. My name's David Barton. I got encouraged to do a channel in December. So in early January, I started, and we've been going for 6 weeks, and we're just flying. We're at 433 on subs. We're getting lots of likes. We're getting lots of watching of videos, and the watch hours are starting to explode. So things are moving in a positive direction. Yes. Yep. And, oh, great. That's great, Diana. You live in the Philippines. I love the Filipino people. And I love African people, and I'm living in Philippines right now. Me and my wife, she's Filipino wife, we're retired here now. Been here 6 months. So I've been doing, yes, like and subscribe. We had so many people subscribe yesterday that it took me, I'm not kidding you, it took me 15 minutes to resubscribe to all the people that subscribed to me yesterday. It was crazy, and I loved it because they have a heart to give. And if you have a heart to help, even if it's just to bring a smile or encourage, it's an awesome thing. Yeah. Well, I got a feeling that I get a lot of people telling me that, and I have my moments. I mean, I got a little upset this morning because I was not feeling good early this morning. You know how it is when you have a cold and you wake up and your body just doesn't want to get moving. But after that, once I got a shower, I popped out of it. We went to church, and I'm doing fine this afternoon. I think we can go an hour at least. My battery can go for 3 or 4 hours, but I don't think I'm going to go that long. But if we have momentum, if you guys love helping others, think about ideas, okay? We're going to be feeding Filipino kids. We're going to be ministering to the adults, of course, too, and some of those will get food sometimes. But I've already come up with a few ideas, and I've got a couple organizations here I got to check out, and I got one in America, and I'm starting to reconnect with Africa. And by the way, if you want to give to Africa right now, and you want to help the orphanage and the school in the Nairobi slums, in America, I went to a church called Eagle Heights Worship Center, and their website is eaglezone.org. And if you go there, hit the giving, and just look up Africa Missions, and you can send money right now before we get monetized. I'm just not set up for people to give me money right now. We will get that when we're monetized. We're flying right now. So we will get monetized in the next couple months. Things are just flying right now, and God is pushing it. So I love you guys. Let's read some comments. Yes, I want to save families. I want to help people. We don't want to just feed people. We want to give them ideas on how to make a little more money for themselves too, so that they don't have to have help all the time. But first things first, like Jesus said, if they're hungry, feed them. If they need clothes, clothe them. So we have to do that stuff first. Then we can try to make things a little better for them, right? And I don't know what countries we're going to end up going to. As this thing takes off, I'm going to keep working the channel, and I'm going to have some helpers. I've got some people locally here that they're thinking that maybe they want to help. So I've got some that are kids, but I got some that are older than that may want to help. And the pastor at our church wants to help, and there's a couple others. And we're going to get, I'm 64. I'm still fairly healthy. I'm not working anymore. So we're over here in the Philippines. And I decided when somebody told me you can do this, I said, okay, I'll try it. And it took me a little while to get it going, as far as I just didn't know how lives worked. And I'm working it a little bit better now. And it's awesome. And I've seen Star Force in here before. And Diana, I might... Yep, I don't know where in Philippines you are, Diana, but we're in northern Mindanao. We're fairly close to Iligan City. Not too hard to get to the mall in Iligan City. About 15 minutes on an air-conditioned jeepney. The little air-conditioned buses that they have here now, that they didn't have those until close around the pandemic, and then they got those. Thank you so much. I try to have we're kind of comfortable here. I like to help people in small ways already. But right now I can't help in big ways until I decide this would be a vehicle. This is one. I've got another way to make money too. Once I get an oven, on a tabletop type oven, I'm looking at one that has French doors. I can bake cookies and cake and different things and make money for local kids here too. But that's a very small amount compared to what YouTube in the future could pay if we did it right, we build this right. And so that's our vision. And I've been to Africa before. So any people that come in from Africa, we may get quite a few of those in here later because it's morning there. I've been connecting to some people in Africa again. And so especially in Nairobi. And so it's really cool. And I've been able to go travel a little bit later in life. God made it so I raised money so I could go to Africa and do some different things. And so we've got little stories here that we'll tell. We'll also do some Bible. Sometimes we pray for people. Had somebody we were praying for the other day. That happens too. So I want you guys to check it out. We're going to be a good channel. Sometimes we have laughs in here. We'll celebrate when we need to. and I'm getting better. My voice is not killing me anymore, so that's a good thing. And I love Philippines. Hey, what's up? Yes. Huh, Donut's back. Cool, cool. Yeah, it's going good. I got out of church. I had some lunch. I haven't had a snack yet. We'll have that in a little bit. Uh, yeah, it's going really good. Yesterday was a celebration day, okay? I don't know why it was. It was the goofiest day in the world, okay? It was Saturday morning, and I found out when I got home that the nail lady was here to do my wife's feet and hands. Well, I normally like to get my hands done, and so I figured, well, she just started on her. I'll sneak in a little half hour, 40-minute live. I did a 30-minute live, and I got like 25 likes and 11 subs. And it's for a half hour, that's really good. And then I went, oh, that's cool. Well, then after I got my nails done, different things, decided to do a longer live in the afternoon. And it just, the first half hour was slow. And then all of a sudden, it just, people from everywhere and everything, and wild and crazy. And it got passionate at times. And other times it was this or that. And by the end of it, we had 127 likes, which is 43 more than my record. So we have a ways to go if we want to get 127 likes, and we got 89 subscribers in the afternoon. So we ended up getting 100 subscribers yesterday. So we went from 333 to 433. So the subs is not going to be a problem. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, it's really awesome, Donut. You missed it. I mean, you might have sneaked in a couple times. I don't know. I can't even remember everybody that was in there yesterday. We had so many new people. I told them, put comments in my videos, and I'll answer back to you because I could not keep up with the comment stream. It was crazy. It got weird and wild. Yeah. And so that means this channel is going to do great things. God is in it, so God makes things happen weird. Because we were like this, 1 or 2 people in here talking, maybe 5, 6, 7 likes for the first half hour, maybe 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden things just took off. We were at like 50 likes with at an hour and something, and then all of a sudden for the next hour we had 75 likes and all kinds of stuff. It just got crazy. I almost didn't want to stop. It was so crazy. We probably should have kept going and got 200 subscribers, but my voice kind of got screwed up, so we couldn't do it. But it was awesome, and sometimes that stuff happens. It just gets crazy. Yes, American, awesome. Sean Kitty, nice to see you. Yes, you're new. Okay, I'll make sure I explain what this channel is all about. I started this back in early January, and I like helping other people. So we're going to help other people with this channel. There'll be some other things that we do, but it's always going to be helping somebody. And it ain't going to be helping me and my wife very much. So it will some, but a big chunk of the money is going to go towards helping kids and other families that need it. And as this gets bigger and bigger, yep, I don't mind being called grandpa. That's fine. I am older. So yes, I'm 64. And we're not too many old guys get on here unless they're talking about traveling to Philippines or you know, finding a girlfriend and all that. But this is about helping others, helping Filipino kids first. And then as we have more and more money, we're going to go into Africa. We're going to send money to Africa through my church back in Springfield. And then when I get contacts in Africa, we can send them that way. And there's a couple people in America that are asking for money for their small nonprofits over there. And so we may do some of that too. So we're going to see where God takes this channel. And you can come in here whether you believe in God or not, okay? As long as you come in here with a positive attitude and you want to help others and you give us ideas or you just encourage us. Just say, hey, this is cool. We're going to help others. You know, and I'm not going to push God down on you. You just go. You'll get the same benefits. Is the principles of the Bible work whether you believe in God or not, okay? You reap what you sow. So if you reap something positive is going to come into your life. And God does it. I don't know how it happens, but it seems to happen in a way that I can't predict. So that's kind of the way it is. No, you can call me Grandpa. That's fine. I don't mind being called Grandpa. That's not derogatory to me. I have no problem with it. You call me whatever you want to call me as long as it's something like that, it's fine. I've had a lot of people call me grandpa. I've had some people call me old man. Don't bother me. I'm done working as far as working full time. But this is going to be full time. But working a YouTube channel is a little easier for me right now. Pretty soon, in a while, we're going to need a team, right? Have you ever gone to a factory? There ain't one person running the whole factory, right? It's going to take a team of people to make something happen. So we're definitely going to need a team. It will not just be me, okay? There will be more in the future as we need it. We'll get more. Yeah, it's really wild and crazy because I'm telling you right now, yesterday I told a lady in Africa she's at like 2,000 or 3,000 subs right now. And she said them first 1,000 subs took her forever to do. And we've been just flying. We were probably, I'd say 9 days ago, we were at 185 subs. Now we're at 433 in like 9 days. Just whoosh. It's just all of a sudden, bing, So, but we're not going to brag because that's God. And we're just going to keep pushing forward, telling stories, telling things that we did to help others. And then in the future, we can, right? We will do it. Yeah. No, I've never fought with anybody on the road. I've gotten mad in my car, but I've never stopped anybody or gotten out or any of that stuff. It's just better off not to do any of that. In America, here, I don't drive here. I'm in Philippines, but in America, people have guns, knives, all kinds of stuff. You just don't know. So yeah, you don't do that. I've never done it. I've probably gotten mad under my breath in the car, but I just lay off of it and just drive home. That's the way you should do it. You shouldn't get into road rage things because then I had a friend of mine. He has a few mental issues, and back years ago, he got mad at somebody, so he followed them, and then they got out and they got in an argument. And the next thing you know, he's shooting the back window out with a gun. Well, that's a felony, so he had to go and go through court stuff and everything else. So, yeah, you got to be very careful with that stuff. I'm kind of glad to be in the Philippines because not many people have a gun here. And most people are very friendly and would never want to use a gun anyway. So it's very good. Like and subscribe, yes. And the Daily Clip, it's nice to have you in here. It's fantastic. Yeah. People can be violent. I mean, my brother, he stole some stuff when he was young, and he almost got in real deep trouble for it. So he kind of learned a lesson. But there's going to be rebels in the family. And I was too shy when I was young to get into too much trouble. Now, I'm really outgoing, so it's easy to do this channel. I don't know if I could have done this channel 30 years ago. Of course, I was so busy working, I don't know if I could have. But now it's pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you a little idea, Brandon. We're living in the province, and we're fairly close to the ocean. So if the ocean's pretty calm or it's a calm day, I go down to the ocean sometimes just to reset my brain, okay? Now, on there, you'll see ocean videos and some different videos of around here. I just put a new neighborhood video on and a few different things. But here, it's warm year-round. It doesn't rain as much as you think it does. A lot of people think it rains every day. Well, here in northern Mindanao, it doesn't rain every day. Now, yesterday it rained a little bit. Hopefully today it won't. It looks like it's mostly blue sky. But we keep pushing forward. Yes, it's tropical plants. There's quite a few videos you can look at. It's warm every day. It's probably about 80, 85, 86, maybe 87 during the day, and then probably about 75 at night. Every once in a while, they say here in March or April, it's going to get hotter. So we'll see. But we're close to the ocean, and it kind of keeps it that few degrees cooler. That makes it nice. But yes, it's definitely sandals. I have to wear shoes. But they wear sandals, shorts, and a light top here because it's warm most of the time. So they like this weather. I love it, and it's island living. Even though I'm on a big island, I'm real close to the ocean, so I can see the Pacific Ocean. And if I look out over the Pacific, can't see Hawaii, but somewhere out there, thousands of miles away, is Hawaii. and then of course California and all that. So, and of course Mexico and stuff. So it's really cool. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. We have that sometimes. You're going to have lurkers. Sometimes you'll have ones that never comment. That's just part of a thing. I don't mind that there ain't many in here right now because in the Philippines, a lot of people go to church and a lot of people spend time with their family on Sunday. So we're going to get limited amount of Filipinos in here, and we'll get some people maybe from the West Coast on USA unless they're working overnight. And then we get people from other countries. So, and Africa is awake and going and doing their thing, so they'll come in. But thank you, though. Yes, sometimes the YouTube numbers up there are not always right, but the likes and subscribes are always right. But you guys like and subscribe if you want to help others, because that's where we're going with this channel. We're building it right now. Yeah. Oh, no, it's okay. He can say it. I mean, it's fine. He can say there ain't much. Hey, Frogman, nice to see you. Yes, I go to church. I went to church this morning. It is now in the afternoon here. It is probably, I don't know, 1:30 in the afternoon maybe. I can't see a clock when I'm live. All I can see is how long I've been live. So I think I went live a little after 1 o'clock. So we're around 1:30 in the afternoon on Sunday here. Right now it's probably 12:30 on Sunday morning. I mean, just past midnight on the East Coast. And maybe 11:30 on Central Time zones, and then go on back from there. Yeah. Hey, there we go. We got somebody from Africa here. Welcome in, Destiny. I love Africa. I've been to Africa in 2019. We're going to tell a couple Malawi stories from 2019 here shortly. And we're going to possibly be helping Africa pretty quickly after we get monetized. We'll see how much money's coming in. We'll wait a couple months to build stuff up, and then we're going to feed kids here. And then I already have a contact for Africa because we went to Africa in 2019 with Eagle Heights Worship Center over in Springfield, Missouri. And so I have a website right now. If you want to give anybody that's from other parts of the world that wants to give to Africa, you can go on eaglezone.org right now and give. Because all you have to do is look up African missions after you hit the give tab, and boom, you're there. But we've been to Africa in 2019 for 24 days. Yeah. What I'm trying to do is feed kids. Okay. We're going to feed kids, help families. There's a lot of families here that have kind of a little bit of a lack of food or lack of money sometimes. So it's a little less extra is good. Well, I'm glad that God has a flame in you. That's fantastic. That's okay. It's nice to have you come in, Destiny. I'm awesome. It's in Nigeria. You be careful. Nigeria's been a little unstable, but not all of it. I heard half of Nigeria is really good, and the other half of Nigeria is unstable. So I'll just be praying for that. I guess, I don't know much about what's going on in Africa. I know that in Nairobi things are okay. I'm kind of reconnecting with some of my friends. It's been a little unsettled in Uganda. My friend is in Kampala, and she says it's been a little up and down lately, but she's safe, and that's a good thing. But we're going to help people in Africa, too. Yep. Hi, Chris the Goat. I love the name. Chris the Goat. By the way, I like goat meat. Oh, yeah, we could go there. A lot of people have never had goat, but I have. Yeah, I'll pray for safety. Yes, you be careful, Destiny. And you make sure to like and subscribe, okay? You probably already have, but if you haven't, do so. And put a comment on my video, and we'll get connected. And I'll definitely keep you posted, even if I'm not doing a live. Thank you for liking and subscribing. You're going to see me drink some water because I'm just getting over a cold. So, and if I don't drink the water, then all of a sudden my throat gets funky. Yeah. If you haven't tried goat, that's okay. Most Americans have not. Some Europeans have not. I got it at a Filipino party back in Springfield, Missouri in 2015. But then, and I didn't know I was eating goat, and it was fantastic. And then I had goat in Philippines in 2017. At the first restaurant we went to when we visited for 2 weeks, they had goat stew, and I ate it right up like it was nothing. And then when I went to Africa in late 2019, for 24 days. Guess what they serve in the poor areas in Kenya and Malawi? Goat. So, I mean, they serve some chicken too, but they were serving goat. So I got to eat a lot of goat in Africa, especially in Kenya, and I like it. It's hard to get a hold of in some parts of the United States, but here, it's here, but a lot of restaurants don't serve it here. So I haven't run into it since I've been here. We've been here over 6 months now. And in this area, there's not many people serving goat, I guess. Hi, Destiny. Yep, thank you, Destiny, for helping. Yep. Oh, I love venison. Oh, yeah, I've had venison quite a bit in my life. I lived in Michigan for many years. No, it's not like sheep. Way different, and it's not like beef either. You're going to like it. It's got a real nice, mellow, good flavor, and it just seems to go good in stew or if you marinate it, just as long as you don't let it dry out. You overcook it and dry it out just like a steak, you're going to not like it at all. It just loses its flavor, loses everything. So it's just that's the only thing you can't do is you can't overcook goat. You got to be careful how much you cook it. Yeah. I like Jollibee. Mainly what I like is their double yum burger. I don't get it all the time. I've lost some weight and different things, but every once in a while when we go to the mall, I will get some Jollibee. I don't get their fries though. What I normally do is get the burger only, and then out in the part of the mall there, they've got all these individual stands, and you go get French fries over there, and you can get a big old tub of them, big old nice tub of them for like 75, 80 pesos, and you bring that into the Jollibee, and then you just order a burger, and you have your drink, you get a small drink if you want to, and it's a lot cheaper, and I end up having really yummy fries that goes with the burger. You can get the Champ Burger too that has pineapple on it. That's pretty good. They've improved their burgers the last 8 years. They're a lot better tasting now. So we answer a Filipino questions sometimes. Yeah. Choco Bami, nice to have you in here. It's so nice to have Destiny and Donut in here. I like to lift up the phone, move it around a little bit. I also can do lives out of my other bedroom. I normally don't do that on the afternoon, but I may do it for this evening because it's a little bit different lighting than the light that's in here at night. So we may do that. I can't leave too far. Yes, I know a little Tagalog and a little bit of Bisaya, but not a lot. I got kids that are starting to teach me, so I'm going to be writing this stuff down and practicing, and we'll get better. I just know the basic words right now. But I know what they're talking about me. Yes, it's nice to see you watching from Philippines. Oh, yes, of course I eat cow. I'm Christian. I've been eating cow since I was a little kid because I've been eating beef in America for a long time. There's a lot of cows in America. America is a really huge country. People, when they go from Europe or somewhere else, they think that America is big, but not as big as they think. And when you get there, it's massive. You cannot drive from New York to San Francisco or Los Angeles in one day. I had people from Europe sometimes say, oh, I could drive anywhere in the United States in one day. No, you can't. The United States is so big that you're going to be so tired that you're going to be going get in a hotel somewhere, go to sleep for 7 or 8 hours, get back in your car, and you're going to be spending 4 or 5 days driving across the country. It's really a lot of driving. The country is very, very big. Some states are massive, like Texas, California. There's a few others that are really, really big. And then you got 50 of them. So it's just a lot of stuff. I love it there, but I love visiting other countries. And now I'm living in a different country, Philippines. So I love it. like and subscribe. I'm telling you, I'm not going to bother you. All I'm going to do is encourage you, inspire you. I may leave you a comment that leaves some kind of compliment because I seen you do something on your live or seen something on your channel I really liked. And when we get to the point where we start helping people, we're going to take video of it. We're going to be taking all kinds of stuff. So we'll know where the money's going, okay? And it won't be 100%, but it'll easily, by the time this thing gets big, it's probably going to be 60 or 65% is going towards helping others. And it's going to be awesome. And I'm also going to save a little money for traveling in the future because I got people in Africa that are begging me to come back to Africa. And I definitely want to do that before 2028 or at least early 28 at the latest. So, we'll see what this channel does. We first got to get it monetized. That's first things first, right? And I got a little upset yesterday, but, I'm human. At least I kept it normal and we got through it, and we'll try not to do that again. Yeah, we try to be good. I'm human, but I don't make that many mistakes on here. I'm getting a lot better at this. Hey, Zephyr, I love the name. It's awesome. Yes, I am bald. I used to have blonde hair. I don't anymore. I'm not vegetarian, but I have a mixture of vegetables, beef, fruit. I just had a little mixture here at lunch. So I caught a cold because I went out in the rain a little over a week ago, and my wife said, "Don't go out in the rain." I said, "Man, I've never got sick in the rain in America." I got sick from being out in the rain on Saturday a week ago, and it's going away slowly. It's all loosening up now and trying to come out when I'm speaking. But yeah, it's all good, and I'm 64. I'll be fine. Keep taking my vitamins, keep drinking my water, have some tea once in a while, and it'll get better. And it's already a lot better today than it was yesterday. And we still had a great day. Hi there, Lydia. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see Doctor over here, Grace, Scott, Dr. Coomer. You're turning 70. Well, I'm 64, so I'm a little behind you, but I'll chase you. You're welcome to be in here. Everybody is welcome because we're going to be helping others. And we're going to help Filipino kids first, but we're going to go from there. And so when we get monetized, which if we keep doing what we're doing right now, where we got 100 subs yesterday, and the other day I got 40 subs. And if we're doing that kind of stuff, my watch hours are starting to take off. We'll have no trouble in the next 2 or 3 months getting monetized. And then the amounts will get bigger as we go along. Keep building it, right? And we're going to go out and help people. It's going to be awesome. I have no biological kids, but I have people that call me dad. I have 3 or 4 people that call me dad. And I have a 9-year-old in Southern Cebu, Divine Grace, that I love her forever and ever. And I made a decision 8 years ago to start taking care of her and giving her love as a dad. And she has a mom. And she's doing fantastic. I'll be putting some new pictures in the post. There's some pictures of my daughter on the channel. Yep. So she'll be 10 in May. So yep, it's awesome. And that's all part of the plan. God, let's say God tells you to do something, okay, and then maybe He gives you a little bit of instructions, or maybe He doesn't give you all the instructions, but He gets you started. Then you got to go do it, right? I've had this happen many times in my life. That's why it's easy to do it. I thought I couldn't do YouTube. But my friend in Baguio City, JD Dangs, she has a channel. After she met me a few times in the room and started asking me a few questions, she went, "Oh, you can do this. You can do this channel. You can do a channel, and you want to help others. That's a way to make money, to go help others. So start a channel." Well, I waited a couple weeks. I waited until after New Year's, and then I took a couple videos on New Year's Eve, just as it turned the 2026. And then I decided to change the name of the channel, and a couple days later, I started posting a couple videos. And we've been posting videos ever since. And we've been doing more and more lives because I started out slow at first on lives. I had to wait until first I could do lives, and then I was a little scared at first. But now I've been doing lives for 3.5, 4 weeks. And we're just pounding out 2 of them a day when we can. So we'll see what happens. And things are just taking off. The last, just to give you an idea, the first January, when we got done with January, right now it's the 15th of February. 2 weeks ago, at the very beginning of February, I think we were at 150 subs or 143. And in the last 15 days, we've gone from 143 to 400 and probably close to 440 pretty soon. So things have just taken off, and so many new people are coming in. And if I don't call your name, That's fine. I will make sure to get a hold of you on the. Yes, I'm getting better. Yes, trying to keep it positive. We're going to do a little story here in a second. Matter of fact, it's just a minute from now. Lydia, you're in here. It's lovely. Yeah. Now we're going to do a little story about Malawi. First of all, back in 2019. Now it may be a little bit more successful now, but in 2019, it was the second poorest country in Africa. I don't know what the first poorest is, but it's poor. And I'm going to tell you a couple things that happened in Malawi that are different than what happened in Kenya and in Zambia. Zambia had a lot of power outages. Malawi didn't, but Malawi had lack of water. At the time that we went, they were going through quite the dry spell, and there was not any water in the holding tanks at the small hotel we were staying at. So the first day we had water. The first night that we got there, we had water. But the next night, no water, not even one drop. And so what happened was I needed drinking water, and we had these military filter bottles. I found a little hose that actually would take water. Water would come out when you turned the spigot on. So I filled my bottle up with that water, and then it filtered it, and I was able to drink it. But we had bottled water during the day, but at night we didn't have any at the hotel. Thankfully, I found that little spigot that put out water. It was hooked to a little tiny well, I guess. And even though it's not safe to drink it out of the hose, of course, we had military bottles. I still have that bottle. It's in the hutch over here. It still works. I probably would just have to check the filter. Support each other in this channel. And also like and subscribe. 13 likes is fantastic in the afternoon on a Sunday, because a lot of people in the Philippines are doing stuff with their family. And they might be peeking at their phone, but they may not be going into channels. And I stick out around here. I'm really tall, okay? If I stood up right now, my head would disappear above my screen and would disappear, and you'd be looking at my legs and my belly. I don't have a huge belly, but I do have one. And I'm 6'3", so I'm pretty tall. And so people around here, especially kids, are like, whoa, oh, yeah. And I get called all kinds of names, but they're all pretty much positive. And there's a lot of people right around here that are excited about us getting a channel going and helping kids. And we're not going to help just in this barangay. We'll do it, and we can do, I'll give you an idea. We can probably feed 150 kids for about $120 American. So it's less than $1 for them to have a complete meal with a little bit of candy and everything. And they get a lot of things on discount and different things when we're going out to feed people. And so we can go feed people long ways away. We can just take a bus or something else, and we'll go wherever the feeding's going to be. We'll bring the food. We'll prep it ahead of time. We'll bring the food, and then we're going to feed some kids. And of course, we may feed some adults too. And that's helping the adults because the kids are getting a really cool, full meal. And then, of course, we'll have some people that can talk to them about God or their problems and try to help them solutions. And the thing is, if we're bringing in money here, I might have actual money on me, and I can give them a certain amount of money, just even if it's a little bit, to help them on that day. So that's what we're doing here, is we're going to be helping others, and we're going to make this channel so that it's out there doing things for people. And you know what? We're going to have more stories than we can tell, because some of these kids have, they have food, because Filipinos always find food. But in Africa, there's spots where they starve to death. And it still happens today. Because we've had a couple of our pastors at a couple churches last year died of starvation because they were going on fast for too long of a time. They should have not gone on fast as long as they did. And they ended up dying because they were trying to make sure there was enough food for the people in their church. So, it still goes on. Yes, I'm from Michigan. I was born in Michigan, USA. I lived in Wisconsin, a little bit in Hilton Head, and I also lived in Springfield, Missouri. So I've had kind of like a little variance, and I visited California, Las Vegas, I've seen the Grand Canyon. I have not seen Mount Rushmore or the. I did see the Washington Monument, but I have not been able to see the Vietnam Veterans Memorial yet. But yeah, I've been around a little bit, and I have a lot of life stories. But in Malawi, the three things that really stuck out in Malawi is, first of all, the people are mostly cooking on open fire. You don't see you don't even see propane burners very much. I'm sure there is, but I've seen a lot of people cooking on open fire. In Malawi also, water was lacking. And so we had some bottled water, but when I asked for more bottled water, because I'm a big guy, back then I weighed 300 pounds more, it was hard to get the water. So I had to teach my body to get by with a little less water until we got to the next stop. It was cool. Open fire, it does taste good. They normally have their pots over it, but sometimes they are doing grill style. In Africa, they will do grill style for certain types of meats, chicken especially. They'll do it for chicken. Goat will dry it out. They got to be careful not to put the goat over an open fire unless they just put it on for a few minutes and that's it, because goat will dry out and then it's going to be hard to eat. But the chicken would work good and other stuff. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to keep on going. We're going to reach these dreams. And by the way, whether you believe in God or not, I was taught at our church in Springfield, Missouri, to not put limits on God. We have a tendency to do that. We'll go, well, if I just get this job, this will be good enough for me, and I'll be fine. No, don't put limits on God. You may end up getting a totally different job somewhere else that makes a lot of money. I had that happen to me, and we'll go over that story sometime about how I quit a place that I'd been working for 13 years, thought I liked it okay, got mad a little bit, and then I had the opportunity to go to a different company, and I made almost double the money in those 2.5 years that I worked there. I made double the money I was making per year at the other place. And so it was a really good move, and it helped my retirement to be much higher than it would have been otherwise. So it was a very good move. There's no limit to God. That's right. And Destiny, I really wanted to get to know you more. I can't wait to get subscribed to you. You make sure you put some comments in my videos, okay? All you have to do is put a heart just so you show up in there. And I want to get connected to you. I don't have very many people from Nigeria that have visited the room, maybe one or two. So you might be the first one. If you're not, you're probably the second one. I've had people from Kenya. I've had people from South Africa. I think I've had a few other African countries that have come in here. I'm trying to get connected to Africa again. I love Philippines and I love America, but I love African people too, because I've been there. And if you haven't been there and you say that you love Filipino people, you love Filipino people and African people, that's fine. But I've actually experienced them. I've had hugs from them. I've been close to them. I see how they praise and worship. I see how they do things without instruments sometimes. Sometimes they can flow when there's not anything to flow to. So you have to just go with it and flow. Because some of these small little churches that we went to that were way out and, they were mud huts pretty much. They don't have the money for the instruments and they may not even know how to play them. So they just go and they praise and worship God and they dig into the Bible and preach the way, they were preaching back in the 50s, probably in America. So it was really cool. And they cook so good and they're happy with little. As long as they got enough to survive, they're happy. Now, they would like to have more, but at least they're happy still. And Filipinos can be like that here too, which I really love. And they honor seniors here. In Africa, they seem to honor me, and I was 58 at that time. I'm now 64, so I'm a little bit older. Wasn't quite a senior then. Yeah, that's awesome. Stray Kids, it's nice to have you in here. I'm 64 years old. New subscriber, Motogem, awesome. Motogem, what we're going to be doing in here, and I got it in the description a little bit, but we're going to be helping kids, and we're going to help in Philippines first. But when this thing takes off, we're already exploding. But when this thing really takes off and we have a bunch of money every month that we got to do, we're going to be helping in different countries. So it's going to be really cool. And I'm going to have a personal team that lives in this area with Philippines, but I'm going to have an online team too that are going to be coming up with ideas. They're going to tell me about contacts, and we're going to also go over who we're helping and why we're helping. And we're not going to overanalyze it. If we have an opportunity to feed kids, within 2 or 3 days, we're going to get this thing rocking, and we're going to go feed the kids. Because all I have to do is buy supplies, cook the meals, which takes like something in the morning of a day, and then we just have to know, we have to notify the community we're coming to that we're coming. And once they know we're coming, the kids will be there. And, of course, kids got school. So if it's during the week, we're going to have to feed for a little bit later in the afternoon. That way they can all be there. And so, like and subscribe. We're going to also help certain organizations, and we're definitely going to help Africa. So anybody from Africa in here, do not worry. After about 6 months of being monetized, matter of fact, I may give some money for Africa through our church back in Springfield, Missouri. So some money will go to Africa probably 2 months after we monetize. But Africa is going to get included, and other countries are going to get included too as we have more and more money to go and help people, right? And I like to travel. So if I can travel and help somebody in person, I will. But if not, we will do it through a contact and make sure that that's a very verified place to send money. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, you just got little things. You can make people smile without having to give money, right? And in Africa, some people are struggling to just pay their bills and eat, just like some people in America. But Africa has some places like in Nairobi, lots of business people. A lot of money there. Doesn't mean everybody's doing well there, but up on the hill, people are doing pretty good. Down below is where the slums are, and nobody wants to go down there, at least not Americans. We were the first Americans to go to that school and that orphanage that was down the hill from the upper part of Nairobi. Once you go down the hill, the pavement stops, okay? At the top of the hill, the pavement's there. Then there's no pavement. The road is really rough, really hard to get a vehicle down there very far. There's the sewer is not taken care of, so poop and pee is going down the street, leaking out of broken pipes. But the kids are just as happy with a plastic bottle as they would be with a toy. They probably would like a toy. Some of them have never had soda before. And we kind of were able to give them treats, get them some decent food, and we've got uniforms for them multiple times over the last 7 years. We've kept them fed. We had to get the orphanage a different place to stay. We found a much better place, much bigger, so the orphanage can function as a school and an orphanage. So it's really cool that way. I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Come to Nigeria. Well, I know people would like to come there, and I might be able to get there. We just need Nigeria to calm down because the Nigerian president has been lying. And that happens, right? Got many governments around the world that like to lie. So Nigeria is a little bit edgy right now. But as long as you're safe, Destiny, that's fantastic. And I'd love to have you on board. And I got a feeling you'll be a team member, at least online, if nothing else. I just get that feeling that you're going to be somebody that I'm going to want to talk to because you have an African perspective. And I have some other African friends that I've connected to. I have Jean on WhatsApp. She's over in Kampala in Uganda. I have some on YouTube channels that I watch. JD, who I call Precious. And I've got Kanini, Pauline, who is in Nairobi. And I have a few other people that I was with in 2019 that I want to reconnect with too. And of course, YouTube, I'm going to get people from Africa coming in here pretty quick. Once the word gets out that I'm going to help Africa, I think I'm going to get a lot of people connected to me because we're not going to ignore Africa. I've been there. I'm not going to ignore it. I love Africa. I love the African people. and it's not their fault that some of the governments they have there are not too good. And, that happens around the world. So we're not going to criticize governments. We're going to just focus on beautiful, beautiful people, right? Focus on the people. Yes. And then we got, I can give you some tips, Donut. I don't know exactly where you're living, Donut, but I can give you tips on how to go to Africa and that's a totally different beast going to Africa than it is to the Philippines. Philippines is easier. Going to Africa, you got to coordinate things a little more because you got to bring everything into Europe, and then you got to fly out of Europe to go to Nairobi or certain parts of Africa. So, yeah, it gets a little more complicated, but it can be done. It just takes a little bit more money. Normally, the tickets are more expensive than trying to fly to the Philippines. Philippines is actually cheaper, especially if you're going out of Chicago International. It's fairly cheap to go to Taiwan and then get into Cebu. We don't go to Manila because we're on the southern part of Philippines. Yeah. No. I didn't say don't go to. Well, somebody else said don't go to Philippines. Well, we're hearing a lot of stories of Christians being killed in Nigeria. Okay, that's why he's worried about not going to Nigeria. Right now is probably not the best time to go on a tourist trip to Nigeria. But a couple of years from now, it could be all calmed down, be fine. And then I would love to see Nigeria. I heard it's a beautiful country. And there was some terrorist stuff going on in the Philippines back in 2017. And I still came here for 2 weeks and had no problem. I just had to go through a couple checkpoints and it was fine. So we'll see how it goes. But as long as Destiny is safe in Nigeria right now, that is the major thing, right, Destiny? We just want it to be safe. Media is saying a lot of things over in America right now, and it's making people scared of Nigeria. So that'll calm down, and when it does, it'll be fine. I don't like hearing Christians being killed, though. That's not really good. We definitely got to get that stopped. Yeah. And hi, Cooper. It's nice that you can make it in. Yes, you'll get to visit America sometime. God can make it happen. God made it so I could go to Africa. God made it so I could live in Philippines. So let's like and subscribe this channel. We got new people in here. I've got to say it. We're going to be helping others. We're going to be feeding kids. We're going to feed kids in Africa too. I don't know what countries this thing could just take off. We've been gaining subs like mad. Cooper, I don't know if you know, but yesterday I did a little tiny live in the morning. I was pretty sick yesterday, but I did a little half hour in the morning, got 11 subs and about 20 likes. And then I did a long one in the afternoon, and we had 127 likes, and we had 89 subscribers. So yesterday we gained 100 subscribers in 12 hours. It was crazy. I mean, it was probably only 8 hours because, I did the live at 10 o'clock in the morning for a half hour, then came around at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, went till 4:30, and we just absolutely were cranking it. I probably could have stayed on a couple more hours. We might have got 200 subs yesterday. It was crazy. People were just, so many new people, I couldn't keep track of them. We had at least 50 new people in yesterday. It was crazy. The names, some of them I couldn't read. I got behind on the comments, so I had to tell them to comment on my videos so that I could reconnect with them because I just couldn't keep up. There was no way. It was crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm feeling better today a little bit. Yeah, you're gonna be able to help out, Cooper. I'm still connected to you. It's good. It depends. It depends on where in America you go. There's still some sane people in certain parts of America. Mostly it's the big cities like Minneapolis, New York City, and a few others that are really weird, Chicago. But if you go out to smaller areas, you're going to get some kind people that will treat you right. And so there's parts of America that'll be fine. But yes, it's good to do your research because people are buying in to what the media is telling them. If they would just use this, things would be better. But they don't want to use that. They just want to do whatever somebody tells them to do. So it's sad. And people are not helping others. They need to be helping others, not me. Take care of your needs, but then help somebody. Okay? I help a lot of people here, and there's people. I just had a friend of mine I've never been to Mexico. I've been to the border, not the border that they're talking about, really, but over by San Diego. I've been over by Tijuana border. I didn't go across. I should have, just for the experience. I didn't. That was back in the 90s during Bill Clinton's time. Did not go across. Could have easily have done so without a passport. Back then, you didn't need a passport until September 11th happened. Then everything changed. You used to be able to go into Mexico with no passport whatsoever. I went into Canada many times without a passport back in the 80s. That you can't even do that now. You have to have a passport to get into Canada even. So it's different. I have a passport, of course, because I've been traveling around the world. Yes, Destiny, I know you'll welcome me, and I'm going to see you, Destiny. That will happen, okay? We're putting that up in prayer, right, Destiny? We're going to pray about that I'll get a chance to see you and a bunch of other beautiful Christian people in Nigeria. I don't know when that's going to come together. It just depends on how fast this channel's going. And right now, this channel's rocking. Can you believe since early January, I put 200 videos on here almost? We're at 190 videos. I mean, with the ones I got stacked up on my phone right now, we're at 195. Plus, I'm doing 2 lives today. This one will be longer than the one tonight, but doing 2 lives, that's 2 more videos. So we're going to be very close to 200 videos after today. And that's driving my watch hours because people have been taking my lives and rewatching them. And so that's fantastic. I also am going to make a playlist in the future, and that'll help my watch hours too. But I don't want to wreck this phone. This phone's only a year old, and so I'm trying to take it easy on it. It's really doing good. It's a 2025 Moto Android, so it's doing just fine. Yeah. Yeah, I can make you a moderator. Yeah, if you've been in the room before, and Tina's been in the room quite a bit too, so I'm going to make her one too. I'm trying to, I'm still developing how many people I want to be moderators. I don't want to make everybody a moderator. The only reason why is some rooms have been doing that, and then they get a weird person that they gave moderator to, and the moderator takes all the comments away and puts everybody on timeout. We don't want that. So you have to have been in here a couple times, and I trust you. Then I'll give you the moderator. That way we don't get anybody doing something really crazy. We don't get really bad people in here, but sometimes we'll get a troll, just like everybody else. We're trying to help others, and we try to keep it positive in here. Like and subscribe. This is pretty good for a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. You're going to be able to travel some. You must have, I don't know exactly where you're living. You tell me where you're at. That makes it different, or because every country's got different rules on how much time you can take off work and all kinds of different things. But yeah, if you can get out, I would love to meet some of the people here in this room. And that's going to be made possible as the channel gets bigger and we're making money. You're going to see videos of me, but in time, some people in Philippines will see me. And then when I go to Africa, there's going to be people in Africa that get to see me face to face. So, and that's going to be awesome. And I'm believing for it. Right now, I have not made any plans yet because right now we're building the channel. But I got my mind open to lots of ideas, okay? Like and subscribe. Yeah, sure. Yep, like and subscribe. That's good. That's awesome. I love it. I got Tina going at it now. It's good. And I'll get Destiny. I will give it to you too here shortly. I think I got my brain stuck on a little story that happened yesterday. And I have a friend here who is and she's about 7 months pregnant, and she has an 8-year-old kid, and she works at the 7-Eleven, and she just gave an observation because I occasionally help a couple little kids, or I'll give them some advice, or I'll teach them how to share, because 8 8-year-old kids don't really like to share too much yet. So you just start teaching them little things, and you tell them about God. Well, what happened today was really cool. Yesterday, Rose first told me that there was somebody that said, well, I'm getting flowers for somebody for Valentine's Day. And all of a sudden Rose went, you're always giving something to somebody, even if it's little, every day. That's a compliment. She meant it as a compliment, that I'm helping somebody every day, even if it's just giving somebody a smile, right? And then today I got a surprise. Now she left the church after the kids were released. She left the church, but Trixie, who I've been speaking things into, and she turns 9 in May, I've been telling her to come to the church because her house is right next to the church that I go to. It's like she can walk there in 1 minute. It's that close. And she came. I seen her at the store when I was about ready to go over to Alab to get something for the kids to give away at the church. Little thing, not expensive, very small pace. And they'd love that too. But I didn't think she followed me. What happened was she followed me, went to her house, changed clothes, put on a pink dress. And when I was busy up in the front, she went with the kids to the kids program. And then when she got out of the kids program, she waved to me 2 or 3 different times. And then she left for home. And so she actually did go to church today. So praise God. Thank you, Jesus. She went 2 years ago with another fellow friend of hers, but she never came back again. But now she's coming again. And so when I see her tomorrow after school or later today, I'm going to thank her for that. And I'm going to give her some advice on keep coming back. Because what's going to happen is it's going to get more exciting for you. You're going to start getting God into your life. You're going to start getting excited about stuff. And that's going to be amazing, right? Because if we ignore the kids, they're just kids. No, my wife had it right. She said back a week ago, start speaking God into their lives. If we're going to be around kids so much as speak God and get God into their lives, right? And not just other things. Yeah. Yep. Like and subscribe. It doesn't matter how many subscribers we get today, because yesterday we had a huge amount. Sometimes it comes in waves, but I can get surprised no matter what. Just certain people like Destiny. I've never met Destiny from Nigeria, and I don't really know her, of course, but she's in my room right now, and she's staying in this room. So that means I'm going to make her a moderator in about 10 seconds after I drink my water. I have the option of what I want to do that with, so we will do that. Oh, I didn't hold on it right. There we go. Cool. We got that done. Now we can get back to, so that was a nice little surprise from Trixie today. She didn't tell me she was coming to church. It was inside her head. I've been putting it in her head for months, off and on. And all of a sudden today, I'm going to surprise him and go to church. See? You think it's a no, but it ends up being a yes in the long run, right? If we're consistent, this is what I was bad at, and I'm preaching to myself. Back when I was in America, I'm working, I'm busy, I'm tired when I get home, I'm getting older, work, and this, that, and everything else, and sometimes work didn't go that good. And my wife was working a different schedule, except at Vital Farms, but at Wooten Company for 13 years, a good 8 or 10 of those years were her working a different schedule than mine. So I would be home at like 20 after 5 or 5:30, and then I wouldn't have anybody home until I went to go pick her up at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So I would get showered, and then I would just sit around the house or, different things. I didn't really go out and evangelize or do anything like that. And but here it's different. There's just a different vibe in Philippines. First of all, I'm retired, so I'm not working a 40, 50, 60-hour-a-week job. Another thing is the people here are open. And, of course, they love Americans. They don't get to see Americans like me very often. So the kids especially are very open. I don't even know how it happened, But somehow over the last 2 months, Jennifer has 7 kids, and her oldest just turned 21 a couple days ago, but she's got one that's 11 years old that's called Julie May. And for whatever reason, she's been asking me a lot of questions the last couple months. And also, she's not. She has a mom and a dad, so they don't have to worry about me being a father. But for some reason, she likes me for just who I am. Whether it's, just she feels like she's part of the family, and she gives me hugs now. And she's a hugger, and I love people that like to hug, because my dad gave hugs my whole life, and I miss my dad's hugs. He's still alive. He's in Michigan, and I'm going to call him tomorrow. I've got to talk to my dad. It's been a while. He's 87 years old. And I have a lot of life experiences. And but we're going to talk about God too. I don't have a specific scripture for this one. I think tonight I will. But we're going to, mainly today, it's about, can you do the little things? Just the little things. Like, just say you're in Nigeria, like Destiny, and she don't have much extra money this day. Can she still go to church and end up going up to somebody and give them a hug? Or could she go up there and give a nice compliment and mean it? That makes a huge difference in people's lives. Some people never get a compliment all day long. It's important. The little things matter, especially in the Philippines. You can do something very little and the kids are happy. And adults can be happy too here, but very little. Doesn't take much. Yep. Yeah, that's really good, Cooper. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I want to add to that, Destiny. Tina and Destiny talking about helping others, right? Well, if you do it consistently enough, it brings a joy. There's a different level of joy that you get from it. And, you're still human, and you're going to have, this cold is trying to drive me nuts, but it's a lot better today. Everything is progressing great. My wife was right. She said, go to church anyway. And I did. With the cold, I went to church. And it turned out to be okay. I got through it just fine. So. And, it's all coming out, and it's going away. And we're going to be a little bit more careful. I don't know what it is about Filipino rain, but when it rains here, don't go out in the rain. Just stay in the house. If it's dry, go for a walk outside. I might go for a walk later this afternoon. But right now it's dry. There's no storm clouds, no nothing. So I have a few people that would probably like to see me, and I want to go get among people a little bit. So I'm probably going to take a walk here in about 2 hours. I'll probably take a nice break and take a walk around 4 or 5 o'clock when the sun is a little lower. Now, what do we got in here? We've got people in here. Like and subscribe. Tina, Cooper, Destiny. I love it. All my moderators are right together. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. That's awesome. Destiny, I know you don't know much about me, okay? We did at that time, we still don't have any churches in Nigeria. I think that Eagle Heights Worship Center in Springfield, Missouri, the website is eaglezone.org. Check it out sometime, Destiny, because you can do that. If you can go on YouTube, you can go on the email. And we went to Africa out of that church, and we had 4 people, and our contacts and the people that we were really going to help at that time were in Kenya, Malawi, and Zambia. And then, of course, we had a few people from Uganda and Mozambique come over to the western part of Kenya to get into our services. So we had some other countries that joined in. We were in Kenya 14 of the 24 days. We were in Malawi for 5 days, and we were in Zambia for 5 days. Now, Zambia felt like a vacation because there was water all 5 days. The power was on and off, but overall, we had great food. We had a great time. We had 5 a.m. prayer 4 days in a row, and we had services in the evening, and it was really awesome in the Lusaka of Zambia. Malawi was tough, but the kids were amazing. I was like the kid whisperer. This is another story that's in Malawi that nobody knows but me. Apostle didn't pay attention to it because he was ordaining pastors and everything else. But while he was doing that, I would sit down in the dirt, Indian style, sort of Indian style back then, and all the kids would gather around. Whether they were standing or sitting, they would gather all around. And even though I couldn't speak the language in Malawi, what I did was they didn't know English, so I did a lot of hand and arm signals, and we played different games. We played a hand stacking game that in America used to be a big deal back in the 40s. They loved it. They just wanted to all be involved in it. They were all jumping all over top of me to make sure their hand was stacked in the stack of 100, you're talking 150, 200 kids easily. And the kids were bored because the adults in Malawi make the kids go off to the side, and they don't want them to be bothered. They don't want their activities to be bothered by the kids. But that I involved the kids. And so the next day, some of those same kids were doing all the same things, arm and hand motions that I was doing the other day. And it was just so funny, and it was fun. And it was a great time. And the kids still remember it to this day because I've had Christopher Capito says that now the kids are, instead of 5 or 6 years old, they're now like young teenagers. And they still do some of those same hand gestures that they learned back when they were 6. So the memory of me is still here. Still in the head, right? Yep, that's what you do. And subscribe to the channel. I think I did subscribe to your channel. I hope I did. I tried to get back with a lot of people. I think you were one that was on the sub list, on the big long sub list that was in my subs. So I just looked at my subs and I made sure I subscribed to every single one that I wasn't subscribed to, because yesterday we had so many new people yesterday. I couldn't keep track of who was what. It was just crazy. I love those kind of lives, but they get chaotic, but they're okay because we got a lot of subs that day. And right now, it's just important that you hear the stories and know that I'm real, okay? Now, first of all, would you make somebody like this AI? Would you make me look like this if I was AI, or would you like to get rid of some of the wrinkles here? Maybe take this away a little bit, my face like that or something. There's AI right there. Yeah, that's what that would be, right? Maybe that'd be AI, right? I don't know. We don't do AI content. All my videos are real. I took them. I took the videos. Now, there's one video at the waterfalls where somebody else took the video. I think it was one of our friends from the church. But most of the videos I took myself. In the future, I will have people that are taking videotape of me when I'm helping with feeding kids and different things, because I won't be able to hang on to a phone. I got to get right on in there and help, okay? So we're going to have other people. I'll have some young people taking video. So don't worry about that. I'm already thinking about all this stuff ahead of time, okay? But if you have ideas, leave them in the comments of my videos. And I will, if it's somebody that I really need to be connected to further than just on YouTube, I do have other ways of communicating to me directly through email and 2 other ways. But we don't want to do that unless you're sure that you want to. In the future, we're going to have an online team, and they're going to be connected to me way closer than what this channel is. We just have to wait and see how that develops. Yes. Remind me of my grandfather. Okay, I'm sorry about that, Veer. It's always tough. I lost my grandfather pretty young. I lost my Grandpa Nelson in 1980. I was 19 years old. He died a month after my birthday, but I knew he was going to die. A doctor said he had so many small heart attacks back when he was in his 50s and early 60s that his heart was damaged really bad. So he said if he kept working and doing what he was doing, he was probably going to die in a couple months. That's what he chose to do. And in middle of August of 1980, he died of a massive heart attack. But at least I had 19 years with him. very strange man on my mom's side. On my dad's side, very mellow, kind of like my dad. My dad is kind of like him. I can have those mellow moments too, but I can get stirred up too. And a few people that were in here yesterday seen that. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't supposed to go political, but somebody started talking about murdering people, and I don't like that. I really value human life, okay? And if you don't value human life, you can still give to help others, but please rethink how you're thinking, okay? Take a deep breath and think about what you could do in the future that will make beautiful differences in other people's lives, okay? And your life too, because it'll bring joy to your heart. Very few depressed people that are helping others stay depressed. Most people that help others and they used to have depression problems can get off their medicine, because unless it's schizophrenia, they can get off their medicine because they're helping people and it brings joy to their heart, and all of a sudden you're not depressed no more. If you keep to yourself and sit in the house 24 hours a day and never get out, and I know some people like that in America that work online and they stay home all the time and they don't interact with people and they get really funky, they get kind of weird. We're not designed to go years and years without contacting other people. So if you're scared of other people, I'll give you some advice, okay? Get with me. I'll do some stuff in private, and I'll get you some mentoring. So over time, it takes time, but if you're a real shy person, I can open you up a little bit. I got some tricks. Because I had to do that. I was real shy as a kid. No confidence in myself. No confidence around women. Nothing. Did not know I was going to travel the world. Had no clue. God did, but I didn't know. So I had to change, because I knew if I wanted to go places I wanted to go, I can't be scared. You know, I had to make a decision when I went to Africa. Are you going to raise the money, or are you going to stay home? I didn't want to stay home. I wanted to be part of the experience of being there, touching the kids, holding somebody, praying for somebody, seeing the miracles. I got to see them through different glasses than these. It was a different pair at that time. There's pictures on the website, on Eagle Zone, on the Facebook page of Eagle Heights Worship Center. I can dig them out, and I'm going to dig some of them out in the future. Yes. How are we doing in here? Double checking. Yeah, everyone check out the ocean videos. Yeah, I've got shorts and longs. So if you want a 4-minute that you want to loop, or a 5-minute one you want to loop, go ahead and do that. I've got short ones. Normally I'm talking on the short ones, but you can turn the volume down and still have the ocean popping across your phone and making you relax. So yeah, that's awesome. Destiny. Yeah, I've got a lot of good videos in there. I have a lot of new ones. I've got more praise and worship ones to put on, and I've got a preaching one to put on. And if I go for a walk later today, I might take a video over by the 7-Eleven in the Alab. We'll see. I haven't decided if I'm going to take a video this afternoon, but I might. And believe it or not, I was making so many videos last week. I actually had one day where I put too many on. YouTube said, nope, that's it. Limit. I only allowed so many videos per day. And I went over the limit. I think it was 9 or it's 10. Somewhere in that 8 to 10 range is where they say, no, that's enough. We can't put 30 videos on in one day. No, we're not going to let you do that. And so I didn't know there was a limit until I ran up against it. So, yeah, so I normally put 3 or 4 on every day. I had, when I was really sick, back early in the week, I think I only put 1 video a day on, but I held a couple back, so that way I was able to put some on later in the week. Yep, it's good. We're doing really good on likes. Subscribe. That's really good. We're going to go about another 20 minutes or so, and then I'm probably we'll just see how it's going at that point. I'm glad that I had Cooper in today. So glad to have you, Destiny. I'm going to check out your channel. I want to check out some of your shorts and some of your longs if you have any. And yeah, watch a playlist. Please take some of my lives, mix them up with some of your my long videos, or you can mix them up with a bunch of shorts. You do whatever you like, whatever mix you like, because I've got 190 videos on there. I think we're at 188 right now. I'm going to be putting on 3 more today. So that's going to make it 191. And then the 2 lives that I do today, they're going to eventually, what YouTube does is they make them private, even though I have them put on there as public, they make them private so that they can review them and make sure there's nothing in there that's bad, that's out of their specs. In other words, the things that are in the regulations. Then they'll open the videos up, and then I double check to make sure they're public. So all my old lives are there to be looked at, and so you can go through any of those. And there's interesting stories in there, an interesting flow. Every flow is different. So yes, you're still going to see this face. Yep, I'm real. Can AI do this? I don't know. Maybe they can. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm still real. Okay, I'm real. And when I answer you back in a comment, you'll realize that I'm real. Okay. And it's not easy. I'm being retired. It is easy, but I just try to carve out time when I can. I'm going to rest for a little bit this afternoon, and I might take a short walk at 5 o'clock today. And then I'm going to try at about 7:30 tonight, which in America would be about 6:30 in the morning on the East Coast on Sunday. I'm going to try to catch some people on the East Coast and in Europe a little bit tonight. Plus, I'll catch people in the Philippines and some Africa, because Africa is 5 hours on the east side of Africa in Kenya. It's 5 hours earlier than me. So right now, it's probably, who knows, late morning on Sunday. So they can still be included at night. So I still get a lot of the Africa and Philippines in here. Yeah, we're trying to I get Australia sometimes too. Yeah, you got to get going. That's fine. Yep, catch me on the next stream when you can. Get some sleep. Okay, Cooper? Thank you for coming in. I know you're sacrificing to be in here, and that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it helps a lot with my watch hours. Thank you, Destiny. That's very nice. Thank you. I really appreciate you doing that. And I promise, Destiny, that I'll try to watch some of your videos. And I've been told about the playlist thing. I do enough lives and posting videos that I kind of don't want to wear my phone out by doing playlists on my phone, but I will do some. And I'm probably going to, if you're going to do that for me, I definitely will look at some of yours and try to do that for you too. So it's all good, right? Trying to help each other. And yeah, that's really cool. I'm originally from Michigan, USA. I was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hi there, Janibus. I'll just go with Jan. I'm going to call you Jan. That sounds good. Yeah, Cooper. Yeah, I'll see you next stream. That's awesome. Anybody new in here? I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to be helping other people. We're going to be feeding people. We're going to be sending money to different places where we know it's safe, and the money is going to go for a good cause. I already have eaglezone.org. They're going to get some money for people in Africa and Nairobi. We're going to be doing feeding programs here to feed Filipino kids. And as this thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger, now we're not going to do too much until we start getting monetized. But yesterday we gained 100 subs in like 7 hours. Okay, it was crazy. I did 2 lives and we got 100 subs in 2 lives. And now that ain't going to happen every time. Okay, I had a live just before that where I got 2 subs. That happens. It's just to find out. At least they came in and checked me out, right? They know what we're doing here, and they'll come back later. And when they come back later, then they'll sub. They just have to make sure we're real, that we're really going to do something. But we can't do it right now. All we can do is plan and talk about stories and talk about what we're going to do. And then when we do it, we'll document it, and it'll be great. Yeah, that'll be awesome that way. Yeah. Cool. And Destiny's been listening so intently today. We're going to go about another 10 minutes. Unless God stops me. We had a little story. We had a live, not yesterday, but on Friday. Friday night, I think it was. And I was going to quit the live. We were about an hour in, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. And I was going to quit the live. And for some reason, I don't know if it was just my brain, but I thought maybe it was just God telling me. But it just all of a sudden, I just felt like, no, we ain't supposed to stop yet. We'll go another 5 minutes. Well, in that fourth minute of the 5 minutes, a person came in. She was a lady. And her name was Maori or something like that, Maura, Mawra or something like that. And she had to have prayer, and she wanted prayer. So we prayed over her situation, and it made her feel so much more comfortable. Then we ended the live a minute after that. So I'm glad I stayed in, because that person that wanted prayer wouldn't have got it. Now, maybe she could have found somebody else to have prayer, but it worked at that time. And so I'm glad I stayed that extra couple minutes in case somebody pops in and puts something in the comments that all of a sudden, because you can go 20 minutes and the comments are kind of dead. Things are kind of just like, oh, that's nice, and this, that, and that. Then all of a sudden it can go crazy. I watched it happen yesterday afternoon. We were just kind of trudging along a little bit the first 45 minutes yesterday afternoon, and which is fine. That happens, and we're telling some stories and some little things, and I'm getting some hearts and stuff, and we're making a few people moderator, just that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, the explosion happened. New people I hadn't seen at all. Just, there could have been easily, with the amount of new people that came in, there easily was over 100 people that checked the channel out. And a lot of them didn't leave comments. But oh my gosh, there was hundreds and hundreds of people that came in to look at the channel yesterday afternoon. And I think it happened because YouTube, guess what they're starting to do with some of my shorts? For the last 6 weeks, they haven't been putting them on the main pages, at least not where I can see them. Guess what I'm starting to see in the shorts? You know how when you go down the page, they'll have like 4 shorts there? Some of my videos are popping in there now. Is that a God thing? I think so. So guess what? People are seeing my shorts going, hey, wait a minute. I've never checked that channel out. Let's go over and see what's going on with him. So YouTube is starting to open my channel up. Watch out. Here we go, huh? Yep, you get going, Destiny. I will connect to you, okay? Make sure that you put a comment in my videos, and I will subscribe to you, and we will have you all set up, okay? And we'll be connected, okay? Have a beautiful day. Stop in tonight if you can, because you're about 5 or 6 hours before me, so you might be in the afternoon when I come back on live at about 7:30 here. So that'll be great. And I love all of you. It's fantastic. I appreciate everything today. We had a couple stories. Now, one other story in Malawi, because I was supposed to tell 2. I only told 1. The other story was, I'm not used to seeing machine guns, okay? I didn't really, I knew it might be happening, but I didn't really know it was going to be. We flew into the wrong airport. In Malawi, there's actually 2 airports you can fly into. One is in the capital city of Blantyre. That's where we were supposed to go. But Pastor didn't know it, and Christopher Capito didn't tell him. So we had set up the plane tickets to go to the other one. Well, that's a 7 or 8 hour drive from the capital city. So we have to drive all our luggage and everything all the way across the country over to where the hotel is that we're going to stay. So we get there at like 10 in the morning, and now we've got a 6 hours of driving to do. And come to find out, it wasn't so easy, because we were okay at the airport, and we found a van. Problem is, we had so much luggage between the 4 of us, because we're doing 24 days in Africa. We have to have some luggage, right? We can't just pack a little backpack. We got to have some clothes, and we got to, we did get some clothes clean in Zambia. Somebody hand washed some of our clothes, but for the most part, by the time you're halfway through the trip, you don't have any clean clothes. Other than a little bit of clean underwear, I made sure I had about 20 pairs of underwear, but a lot of the other stuff is getting dirty. So you're trying to scrub it a little bit in the sink or this side or the other, let it dry and hope you can wear it the next day, because you had to have clothes, right? So we had this van all loaded up with suitcases in the back. And so Joseph is sitting on those, and I'm on the back seat, and the other 2 are up in the front. And all of a sudden, people with machine guns stop us. Okay. And they said, no, there could be a bomb in there. You got too many suitcases in this van. You've got to rent another van and put some of the suitcases in that one and then take 2 vans so we make sure there's no bomb hidden under there. So we did that, but they arrested one of the drivers. So then we had to wait. They put him in jail. Now the next day they apologized for jailing him because it was a false charge, and it was because somebody wanted to take a bribe. And so they released him the next day, but we had to find another driver. So thankfully, there was somebody about 20 minutes away that was able to come and be a driver. So it ended up taking us 7 or 8 hours to get over to the other side. We had just enough time to have dinner that day. And in the capital city, we had some kind of Malawi-style pizza. It was pretty good. It had corn on it. Made it a little different, but it's all good. But that was the first time where everybody had to get out of the van. They have machine guns. You're going to stand on the side of the road until we figure this out because we think you're terrorists. You might have bombs. So it was kind of interesting. And we have a couple of those kind of like Malawi stories too that I'll tell in the future. We've got 3 people supposedly still in here. We're going to be helping others. We've had some new people in here today. It's a little different flow, and that's fine. Every live is going to be different. Everyone's going to be unique. And today I got to meet somebody from Nigeria. Okay. Praise God. Thank you, Jesus. That's really awesome. Cooper is still in here. Right now, Cooper, I think it's right now, I started this around 1 o'clock, so it's probably 2:30, probably 5 hours from now, Cooper. So 5 to 5.5 hours. So go get some sleep, and maybe you'll be awake by the time I'm into the first half hour of my next live. So go get some sleep, okay? But I don't know what you got to do. It'll still be Sunday for you, so you're not going to school. So, so try to pop in early in the morning if you can. If you can't, it's fine. It's no problem. Yeah, try to make it when you can. But it should be 7:30, 8 o'clock here, so that's going to be, I'm going to try to keep it 1 hour tonight. So we ain't going to get too crazy with it. But I'll have a little relaxation and a walk and a few other things this afternoon later on. So that's awesome. We got you figured out there. Destiny's still in here. She's just can't leave it. I'm glad that you love this, Destiny. And you know what? It's different, isn't it? There are some channels that are helping people. I seen a couple Filipino ladies that got all together and they did a feeding program. But that's probably 5% of what they make on their channels, and they give a little money and they pool it all together and they help kids, and that's great. But we're going to be helping kids a lot at a higher level here. First of all, we will hook up with other channels that want to donate money. But when we're monetized, they can come in here and they can donate money as much as they want, okay? As long as they can afford it, I'm okay with it. We're going to go help people, okay? But we're going to be helping people on a grand scale in here compared to what they do. Because a lot of them people will go feed somebody once every couple months or something, and they pool between 5 or 6 people their money to do that. We're going to be pooling among the people that give in here and the success of this channel. As this channel is getting more successful, we can help more people. And we're going to keep the message the same. We're going to talk about some silly stuff. We'll talk about some different countries and different things that are going on. We try not to do politics. If I do, all I do is pull all the trolls in, because the AI will say, hey, they're talking politics, and all of a sudden all the bad people on YouTube come flying in. So we got to be careful with that to some degree. And I love all you guys. I'm going to go get something to eat and have a drink and relax a little bit. I love all you. Thank you for all the people that came in. Thank you, Cooper. Thank you, Destiny. Thank you, all the new people. I will, as soon as I get relaxed a little bit, I'll go on YouTube Studio and try to connect with all you and get that taken care of. And it'll happen today sometime. And I love all you. Like and subscribe. Like to me and subscribe to me when I'm gone too. Yeah. Yep. See you around, Cooper. Love you. I'm going to end the stream right now. and things are kind of calming down, and I need a break. So, but that's okay. We'll be back. I'm doing lives often, so we're going to be fine. And we're building this channel. Pray for this channel, okay? If Cooper and Destiny are still in here, pray for the channel. We had a day like yesterday. They're not going to happen every day, but we still can get 10 subs or 15 subs or 20 subs. So it's still building, and we're almost at 500. Our goal is only 60 some away. So we're going to hit 500 soon. But we got to get our watch hours, and we'll work on that. The watch hours have exploded. They've gone from 50 to 250 in just the last week, a week and a half. So the watch hours are flying because I'm doing a lot of lives, and there's people that are rewatching my videos. And I know one of my friends, Sandy, I think she's been playlisting some of my stuff on her computer. So I don't know, but I wouldn't be shocked if that's what she's doing. See you guys around. Ninja J Tiger and Josephine, thank you so much. You just came in, so I will definitely tell you what this channel is about before I get going. I was about ready to end the live, but we got a couple new people in. See, this is about helping others. We're going to help people in Philippines first, and then we will help people in Africa, and then we'll go from there. We may help some people in America because I have contacts there. We may help people in Europe. It just depends on where all the contacts are, but we're going to use the money to help people. And Josephine, I don't know much about you, but you can put a comment on one of my videos. I'll subscribe to you. Please hook up because this is going to be a great channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's only been 6 weeks, and we're getting close to 500 subs already. So this place has just been taking off. The last 2 weeks have been insane. We've had probably over 200 subs and about 400, maybe 500 likes just on the last 4 or 5, 6 lives. It's been crazy. Now only 21 likes today, 22, but it's okay because sometimes on Sunday it's a little quieter in the Philippines. People are with their families, and but it's okay. Every live has its purpose, right? And just getting the word out there that we're going to help others. That's the mission of this channel. And so a good part of money is going to go for that. And that's what this is about. And yeah, we're going to, whatever else is going on. Cooper, thank you for doing that real quick. You're going to get somebody in here that is kind of going weird. But yep, hi Tio, it's nice to see you. I'm not going to be in here much longer. I need a break. My voice is recovering from a cold. We've done an hour and 42 minutes. So we're going to be heading out soon. Tio, I got you a couple more moderators. Cooper and Destiny are now moderators too. So we're adding to our moderator list because a lot of the ones I made moderators when I first started the channel are never available in the afternoon. And the afternoon is a big live for me sometime. Yesterday it was huge. So you just never know. We're going to do great and positive things in here. Please like and subscribe. And Destiny and Cooper had to go do something. I think Destiny might be in here still. Cooper needed to go to bed. So he's really late in America right now. He needs to get some sleep. So, and that's good. Destiny still isn't here. She's from Nigeria. And, yep. That's awesome. I'm glad you subscribed, Josephine. I don't know where you're from, but if you leave a comment in one of my videos, I will post and I'll go on your site and I'll find out where you're from. And that's awesome. We're connected, okay? That's what we're going to do here is be connected. Oh, you're from Australia. We got somebody from Australia. Ninja Tiger. I love it. I think you've been in here before. I think I remember you now from Australia. And thank you so much. Yes, I am older, but that's fine. We're going to do a lot of things to help people, right? And just because I'm older don't mean I can't do something. And, oh, you're Chinese. Okay, that's great. Hopefully you know just a little English. I don't know any Mandarin. I'm sorry. I don't know any Mandarin. I've met Chinese people before in America, and they've tried to teach me a few Mandarin words, but I don't know any. But if you know a little bit of English, we're going to help others in here. And use your translator, your Google Translator if you need to. I don't know if that works in lives, but it probably does work everywhere else. So that'd be great. Oh, and you're half African. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. We try to keep that down to a minimum. It does happen sometimes. People lose control. we don't kick people up for that unless they keep doing it over and over. We just right now we're trying to get plans together for helping people and helping Philippines, helping Africa, and wherever else. We have connections with Africa and Philippines right now, and America. We'll, as contacts develop, we'll do more. But we're not monetized yet, so put your money off to the side. If you have money you want to give in the future, just keep it, build it up, and when it's time to give, give. And if you don't want to give, that's fine. Be supportive of the channel. People that are supportive of the channel, yes, I'm from Michigan. Cooper's still in the house, and he's supposed to go to bed, but I just had a bunch of new people come in, Cooper, and I can't leave. They don't even know what the channel's about. How can I leave when 4 or 5 new people just pop in? Plus, Ninja's been here before from Australia. He knows what's going on in here. And so I thought I'd give a brief little review before I get off. We're going to go almost 2 hours today, it looks like. Yeah. And then 808 in that house. Yeah, okay. And yeah, I love you, Josephine. That's awesome. Bye-bye. And yep, we're going to end up, I'll have a live tonight. If it's in your country, it's able to be able to watch, go ahead and watch. Otherwise, you can watch replay. I think we'll go about an hour tonight. I'm going to try to start around 7:30, but I want to have a good dinner. I want to take a walk before dark and a few different things. So we're going to do that. I love all you, and we're going to do positive things here, okay? And you're from the Philippines? Josephine's from the Philippines. Well, that last name did sound familiar. I've probably seen that name in Philippines before. We're living in Philippines, but I'm from America, and we moved here about 6 months ago to retire here. So you guys be blessed. Everybody have a great day, and like and subscribe, and that's great. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to do some awesome things, okay? And it's going to be amazing. And there's going to be many lives, many videos to come. And so we're going to have lots of time to talk about plans and what we're going to do, okay? And we're going to have more stories and everything else. Thank you so much. Right now in the Philippines, it's got to be at least almost 3 o'clock here in the afternoon on Sunday. I know in Africa, on the east side of Africa, is about 5 hours earlier than this, so it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Philippines, though, right now, I don't have a clock in front of me. Oh, she says it's 3:03. So, okay, we've gone just after 3 o'clock. So we've gone past 3. So that means I started just a little after 1 o'clock. And so, yeah, I want to have a couple hours before my walk to relax and recharge the phone a little bit, even though the phone's probably fine. And Australia, it's on my list. Ninja Tiger, I hope I can make it to Australia. And if the channel gets bigger, we're going to help Australia, okay? So we'll even do that. So just stay in there and drop in when you can, okay? And support the channel. And I love you guys, and I'm going to get going now. And yeah, it's PM in this country. It's PM. It's AM in Africa and other places. It's, you know, early morning, and it's the middle of the night in America. I don't know what it is in Antarctica. I had one person come in here from Antarctica back about 4 weeks ago. I could have been lying, but it was, you know, there's not that many people down there, but there is more than there used to be. Yep, and 2 a.m. in the morning in Quebec, which means on the East Coast, it's also 2 a.m., 2:05 in the morning. So, okay, that's cool. Oh, you don't want me to leave, huh? Well, okay, I can stay a little bit longer, but I got to drink some water. So you're going to let me drink water. I can't stay too much longer, but you can ask me some questions. Ask me a couple questions in the chat. I got to have a little break this afternoon so I can just relax. Yeah, but we're getting... you know we can't do that until it's midnight tonight. I'm going to be doing another live tonight, Josephine, so you'll have a time to get to know me a little bit, okay? Hey there, bro. TK? I'll just call you TK. That's awesome. It's 5:05. Yeah, it's Australia's a couple hours later than us. Yes, that's true. Yep, I give you a shout out, Emma. That's amazing. And we're just right now. I've got it's almost 2 hours of this live, and I'm recovering from a cold. But I decided I'm doing lives this whole week. I'm not going to stop because we got good momentum going. This channel's growing. And so don't forget to like and subscribe because we're going to do things to help kids First, it's going to be kids, and then it'll be families, and we're going to be helping people in Philippines, Africa, and who knows where else over year. Because once we start this channel, we're not stopping it. As long as I'm alive, this channel is going to keep moving. So, and the bigger it gets, the more help we're going to do. And of course, that helps my family, but it also helps everybody else. And we're going to have a lot of fun helping other people. And yeah. Yep, David is my name. David Barton. Yep, that's my name. And it's nice to see everybody. I'm going to have a live tonight. I'm going to be calling this one quits only because my voice needs to have a little break. Cooper is from the United States. He is kind of came in. And so, yeah, everyone join. Thank you for putting that in there. And I'm going to be leaving now, but I'll be back this evening. And if you're in the Philippines and Australia, you can join in. Definitely people in Africa can join in. The United States, it'll be early morning, so maybe Cooper can stop in. And don't worry, I'm going to be doing a lot of lives and a lot of videos every day, okay? So don't worry about it. Some days I might do one live, but some will do two. And yeah, I just, somebody encouraged me to do a channel in December, and so I decided to do it. I had some time on my hands, so time to do it. YouTube lets you start it for free and see what happens when it gets down to the point of giving you money later in the future. So I love you guys. And Josephine, it's okay. You can catch me tonight and leave a comment in one of my videos, and I will get back to you, okay? And it'll all be good. And I love you guys, and I'll see you later, okay? I love you. Bye-bye, Des. Yeah, it just does that sometimes. Yeah, now it's back on. I'm going to leave now, and I'll be back. Hi, Natasha. We're doing this channel to help others, and it's going to be awesome. Please stop in next time. I just been on here for 2 hours, and I need I'll be back around 7:30 in the evening, Filipino time. So at Philippines time, it'll be about 7:30 in the evening, maybe a half hour earlier. So, and it's all good. Natasha, drop in some other time when you can. We're going to be doing this for a long time. We're building the channel, and we're going to help others, all right? So it'll all be good. I got to have a little break. I love you all. We'll talk soon. There we go. What did we get for subscribers?